make sure that that's the philosophy.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's
you knew, let it die. I know you're sad and feeling broken hearted. You left your heart a house that's haunted. Let it die. Let go of everything you ever wanted, of everyone you ever thought you knew. Let it die.
Both speaking, is like the distinction between your own thought and your sister's thought gone? Like, do you not even know whether you're using their thoughts or your own?
No, I know. I wish we could know ourselves, honestly.
Oh.
I wish we could answer that.
Wow.
Oh.
I feel the same with Waleed, guys.
Yeah.
We share a brain and thoughts, and yeah, we're close.
Bridget, Paula, I reckon I might have done 10, 15,000 interviews. Not one has been like this.
Yeah.
This is
incredible.
Extraordinary. All the best with the work that you're doing with the Pelicans.
Should we say it together?
Oh, please.
Ready?
All right.
Okay.
Bridget,
and Paula.
thanks for your time. It's not as good.
It's not as good. We didn't nail it.
Eric and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're making it happen.
It's fun time.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters, the favorite show on this network by the distinguished Gonzo Shitcock. He's Eric Zane. I'm Christian Blatt. So the last text I have from Eric Zane says, I can't hear. And I say, still?
Oh, no. I meant I can hear.
Oh, you can hear.
Oh,
okay.
I hope I didn't.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just, I have the wrong glasses on.
Yeah. No, I definitely wrote I can. I would have thrown you into a panic.
Well, it did because I read it wrong, but that's all right.
No.
It's fine. I'm so glad to see you. So looking forward to the show. And there was a lot of comments in there about the Buzz Myers song. Dwyer Christian commenting that Stan Bush inspired from the 1986 Transformers soundtrack. Dwyer Christian, I could talk to you about that movie all day. Our buddy Raging Rhino said, this song sounds like Philip J. Fry trying to do a Weezer cover. I enjoy the Buzz Myers, and I'm happy to have them here on the show. Dwyer Christian says, cue the tsunami of super chats. Before we even get into anything, he's absolutely right. Mike Grisman, appreciate you fellas. Love the show. Make shitty Tuesdays better. Thanks for actually being on time, Carl. That's
right on.
Mike Grisman.
I'm always on time. 1 minute before the start of the show. And Christian actually starts preparing for this show as soon as this one is over.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've got 20 clips that I'm not going to get to today that are already going to get punted towards next week's show. Yeah. And yes. What's wrong with the Buzz Myers, Matthew Zizzo? It's our buddy Carl's band. And the Lion and the Cub podcast. Like, subscribe, and super chat. That's really what we want everybody to know. Go to whoarethese.com. You'll get the number to leave us a voicemail. Always say it's for WATB. And while you're there, sign up for the Patreon or become a YouTube member. You'll get at least 2 bonus episodes every month. Last month they did 3. And you'll be able to watch WATP record live. We are just days away to easy. I'm disappointed that I won't see you out at Hackamania in Las Vegas. Now, you would think anybody who's going to Hackamania would have made plans weeks, if not months ago. But I know for a fact our buddy Shane from the Dynamic Resolutions podcast, I name and check him because he's given us our 2 highest super chats in the history of the show.
Really?
He's given us multiple $50 super chats. So no one's given us more money than he has. He is going to Hackamania. He's flying in from Alaska, so it'll be great.
Alaska? What the hell does he do up there?
You'll have to ask him.
Does his job count money?
I mean, probably if he's got an oil rig or something. So the point is you can still get tickets to Hackamania, but you know what? If you're like EZ and you just don't want to leave the house, you can stream it. Apparently you have to watch it live. Apparently it's not going to be archived. I heard Carl talking about that over the weekend. So we need to make sure that you watch it live on the stream. And I believe you can also use promo code WATP. And people should know that WATP and the Dick Show will be in Boston June 21st. Blind Mike will be there. Very exciting. Go to WATP live. So that's the business out of the way. But Eric Zane, the business at hand is how do super chats work on this show?
Well, just like anything, you just give until it hurts. You know,
Yes.
I sound like a fucking Baptist preacher, for God's sake. Honestly, if you want Christian to sign off with something ridiculous, make him say something that he probably shouldn't. Leave it as a super chat, and then the one with the highest dollar amount will be Christian's sign off to this show.
Correct.
It's that simple.
And if you donate to us in some wacky currency, please put what that translates to into dollars. We've proven in the past we are not good with math, and we would need your help in that. So please.
Very kind.
Yes.
Kroners is what tripped us up last time.
Yes. And by the way, I noticed that you're still not 100% recovered. You still have a little bit of what they call Vegas throat. Your voice sounds a little-
yeah. I would give it at about 97, 98 now. But I did hockey last night. One of the last times I'll do anything like that for a long while. And I still have my little fancy throat drops. But yeah, we're going on 4 weeks, Christian.
4 weeks. It's been almost a month. And if I would like to invite anyone in our chat, you will have to send this as a super chat. Well, Chad's missing upper lip already got right to it, didn't he? He has a recommendation for what might coat.
Yeah, he said, "Come in your throat, Zane. Come in your throat, Zane." You got to say it like that. Come in your throat.
So anybody who wants to super chat home remedies that might help Eric's throat feel and sound better. McDo says throat cancer in remission.
McDo? I don't know.
McDo doesn't care much for you. He had a lot to say during the pre-show.
Really?
But
Is he another one of the is it the same guy with the fake account again?
I don't actually know for sure. But Lion and Cup, give us a second. I know that this isn't WATS and we're not as good at banter as they are, but we've got bears. Don't worry. I'm not sure about McDo, but we'll keep an eye on him as the show goes along. Yeah, okay, I know exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
WATV, who are these bears? Who are these bears?
Our first Who Are These Bears clip is actually, I don't know, I guess you're gonna believe it when you see it, but it feels like a deleted scene from the upcoming Mission Impossible Final Reckoning film. This is the craziest bear clip that we've ever shown. It is certainly the most action-packed. Wow. It is a snow-swept tundra, and there is indeed a polar bear in pursuit. And we'll do our best to describe it for our audience. Okay,
what's wrong?
Shot off the gun, and that did not scare away the polar bear who is so this guy gets on the snowmobile,
and then he just sits there like he's adorable.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, look at my face, huh?"
Oh my God!
So this guy gets away on a snowmobile. He does have to drop his firearm, which he's like realized like, okay, the most important thing is that I just get away.
Yeah, he needs two hands, one to get on the thing and hit the gas. Left the wow, and I like how when he emptied that round,
yeah,
you didn't even see that giant polar bear like recoil or even like a hitch in his giddy up in any way whatsoever. He just didn't break stride.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you think this is the first time I've had a gun go off near me? No, that's all right. I'm still going to eat you."
Oh my God. Yeah, that guy was 2-3 seconds away from absolute death.
Yeah, but it's a death-defying escape because from what I hear, polar bears will fuck you up. That's my understanding. That's the technical term.
They are the absolute apex.
Well,
absolute apex of the bears.
We go from that to what might be. It just might be the cutest bear video that we've ever actually had on this show, because this is a train car of bears. Yes, feast your eyes on an adorable train car of bears. Bears who've been rounded up. Bears rounded up because of who they are, crammed into a train car and sent on to Bear Dachau for the final bear solution. But look how cute they are. They're adorable.
Holy shit. My God. Is there a bunch of pissed off mama bears somewhere? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Well, because isn't that, if you even think that you want to go near a baby bear, the mom will kill you and your entire family in one fell swoop.
I believe that I don't have this on authority, but I believe those bears were deposited on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I may or may not be wrong, but that is entirely possible. So we go from those to Chris Tuttle says those bears in the carts are verging on easy levels of cute. Well, that's nice,
outstanding. Thank you. That is a sweet comment, and that's probably one of the nicest things any human has said to me ever.
Are you popular with the Scots? My understanding is that Chris Tuttle is Scottish. So
perhaps I can't say.
Right, I may or may not be able to say.
There was a comment about polar bears have black skin.
They do, yeah.
Underneath that fur, and Charles says, "No father bears." I get it.
I mean, I don't even understand that question. I mean, that comment. That doesn't even make sense to me. Do you understand this, Robin? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why that's funny, but he seemed to get a good laugh at it. Yeah, whatever. Quit trying to be a comedian. That's not hilarious or anything. I don't think that comment is absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to bring the family in here to take a look at how funny that comment was. So our third and final bear clip for today is actually one of the most important we've ever had. And it was a little concerning because this showed up in my algorithm. This wasn't me trolling for bear stuff. No, this is a bear on the loose in Burbank, California, which is where I live. So let's take a look. This bear is just out in the street. And I'm going to say these people have nicer houses and cars than I do. So I'm not entirely worried. But here he is.
Oh, he's kind of that's a black bear that shouldn't be there. It's known as a bigger.
Have you been sitting on that for 2 years? Is that really what? I'm sorry. What do you call that, Eric? Yeah. So here he is, just kind of wandering around the streets of Burbank, and I, for one, am very alarmed. And I don't live up near the hills, but my kids play baseball up there. So I don't know. I don't know if you've ever had bears on your street, Eric. And if you did, you probably very carefully yelled out that word.
Yeah.
You know, these are my old glasses. I can't read what
Con writes.
Concept.
Bigger, please.
Oh, I think I understand that one, Con. All right. So that was important because it affects me, which brings us over to local news.
WATB, who are these local news? Who are these local newscasters?
Well, I made that one louder, but I have to double it. Because it's still not loud enough.
I was a little low. I thought you might want to, increase the dynamics or something.
Yes, right, exactly. The dynamic resolution. All right, so we don't show a lot of high-speed car chases here in Los Angeles. They're on a lot, and this one is particularly significant. And I will show you and explain why this one's so important.
Because this is where it gets very dangerous when they feel as though they have nothing to lose.
Okay. Wow.
I'm trying to.
Oh my gosh.
How did he do that? He went right into it.
Yeah, so he's going very fast here, as it says on the top on the 210 freeway. And I didn't rewind it quite enough, but let's take a look there.
I'm trying to. Oh my.
Okay.
That shouldn't have been a surprise. That giant truck.
Yeah. Wasn't going to get out of your way or start going, 90 miles an hour.
Right.
So this is, look, we like a big smash up from a high speed chase. But one of the important reasons for this is I need you to listen to the news anchor's reaction to what we just saw.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I want to show that on television. Yes. Oh no.
Oh wow.
No. This is good. This is one of those ones where I don't even want to push in on that. No. I think the driver was ejected on that collision right there. We're gonna need a moment or two to actually find out exactly what happened. But
wait a minute.
First of all, if he was ejected from the car, that is exactly why you're covering this.
Yeah,
that is exactly what we're tuned in for. Yeah.
Zoom in, man.
I don't actually see him get ejected from the car.
Okay.
There's 2 points where he could have. And I knew that EZ's level of interest would be the same place mine is. So we're rewinding it for our audio audience and we're looking. So that's right where he smashes. And then we'll watch. And it's just the bumper goes flying off.
I don't.
And then we go, unfortunately for us, we go under there. And,
there's something being dragged behind it, though. I don't know. That kind of looks like a gay guy in Wyoming.
You're on fire today, aren't you? So I'm gonna, we may or may not have seen that, and the person may have been ejected. I'm gonna give you the spoiler alert that he did not survive this.
Okay.
And I'm here to say that this son of a bitch got exactly what was coming to him.
Yeah.
Why? Because while this was happening, I took the 134 to the 5 North, and I was on the 210 East, heading from Sunland to La Cañada Flint Ridge. It's an 8-minute trip. It took me 45 minutes because of this son of a bitch. Fuck you. I'm so glad this happened to you. All right. I've lived here 22 years. I've never gotten caught up in one of these. Well, it happened last week when I was in a rush and I had a lot of things to do, Eric. I'm a very important person. I was like, God damn it. This is what did it. So, I couldn't be happier about this one. Yeah. So
that is, I'm actually surprised the first time I've been caught up in something like that. I mean, for as long as you've been there, you've only had one sequence where you've had to deal with that nonsense.
I'm as angry as you get as when you talk about Free Bear and Hot Wings. Like, you get worked up. It's my favorite thing you ever do on your show.
It's a problem. It is a real problem. You're absolutely right. I don't want to live in a world where you're angry, though. I mean, you're one of the most even-headed people.
Well, you know what? They do call that a Freudian slip for a reason.
I want to go even keel, and I said evil.
Little column A, little column B. All right, well, let's try to calm ourselves down with Jesus.
Video of a bus exploding into thick smoke and flames. Firefighters say a compressed natural gas tank on that Louisiana Transit bus ruptured today, and that started the fire. Fortunately, they were able to evacuate all 11 passengers before the whole thing exploded, so no one was injured on the bus, which had the phrase "Call on Jesus" written on it.
So, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. So, yeah. And he's just like, even like this very straight-laced news anchor, this is a local guy here, he's like, even I have to comment on the fact that it says "Call on Jesus."
Absolutely. I wonder
Jesus is not helping you if you're in this bus.
So is this like a privately owned vehicle or a public transit that's wrapped?
Yeah.
Because
and go ahead. Sorry.
If it's private, it's some rich bastard who bought it, and he'll just, one service, he'll have enough money for another one.
Yeah, everyone was evacuated before it blew up, and I'm not angry with them like I was at the other guy, so it's fine. We got to see a bus that said Jesus blow up, so it's win-win for this show. Easy. we're 2 for 2, and keeping our Calverton says Trumper bus. Well, everybody's fine. Mega church buys 10 of them. Well, yeah, I mean, you need them for all sorts of
activities. You want those people at the church. They have money. Come on.
Yeah,
What's a bigger scam, mega church or casino? Probably mega church.
I think so. I think at least you get to play a game.
Yeah, at least it's fun at casino, and that they're fucking you in the butt. The ones at the mega church think that this is a great deal.
I don't know what casinos you go to, although that can happen to you at church. It's actually well documented. You can definitely
especially
get
the kids. They
you
get
can definitely
all the time.
Fucked in the butt.
My God.
At church. I had to do some fact checking on this next one because I could have sworn we played this one last year, but this only happened a couple weeks ago. It has a timestamp from like last month. So apparently this is more common than you think, keeping on the automotive theme.
Holy boy. Hey, man.
So
looks like this car had more than just engine trouble. A mechanic was working on a Mercedes in Houston, Texas, when a possum fell out of the car's bumper. Once it fell, you see it just scurried across the garage floor and made its way out to the great outdoors.
The poor guy had such a comfortable nest in that car.
Oh, there was a lot of talk about Vinny in the early part of the chat. Apparently, the Creep Off channel got suspended for a week because they did something.
That's not great.
No, and obviously we'll of course blame Vinny for that.
Well,
So we hope that translates into people with you weren't able to celebrate Super Chat Monday, so please let me give you a new holiday Super Chat Monday, parentheses observed on a Tuesday. So
right. Yes.
We're happy.
You can't give to that show because they're off. You might as well funnel the dollars over to us. Pass the hat, meet the goal. Boom. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
$1.99 super sticker from Hughesy's Heinous Goutfoot, formerly Dame Taft.
Yes,
Thank you.
Our friend Dame Taft, who I believe I'll be seeing this weekend at Hackamania. And Dame Taft has gone into the studio and has been recording some songs and jingles. I'm trying to get him to do stuff for this show, but he doesn't want to sully the good name of this show.
No.
So
right.
I told him that there's no chance of that happening. We'd be happy to play his music. All right. So we've got one more here over in local news. Actually, we got two more. I don't want to lie to you, but we got this one. And Easy, if this happens to you, you tell me how you'd handle this situation. This is a Brinks truck. You know, those armored trucks that are carrying around money. And a couple of bags fall out of the back.
A Brinks employee called them about 3 full bags of money that had fallen out of the truck when his back door opened by unknown means while he was driving in the 300 block of South Austin Boulevard. He went on to say that when he returned to the scene, he saw between 50 and 100 people taking the money, running away, and getting in vehicles.
People are having such hard times in this economy right now, and I could see why people would grab the money, but I would hope that people would understand that it's not theirs, it's not earned, and that they should just leave it alone.
That's the best kind of money. The kind that's not mine, not earned. The kind that falls out of a truck in front of me. That is the best kind of money. That's the kind of money I'm always hoping for my entire life. So I think there should be no problem here. This sounds like a victimless crime to me. What do you say?
Well, it's always interesting because every so often we hear of this exact scenario replaying, and I don't know how they. I mean, do they just throw it in there and it rolls in? It always seems like the shit's leaning on the back door somehow, and then the door flies open. So, isn't there anything secure inside of these goddamn trucks? Or do they just throw it in and hope for the best?
Well, I mean, I think we have a sense for the people who drive those trucks that maybe don't have the due diligence to make sure the door is locked before they drive away. They just toss a couple of bags in there. They're probably, heavy if they've got coins in them or even if they're paper. So a lot of times when local news posts something, a story, you're like, okay, that's mildly interesting. Then you have to ask yourself, but why did they post it and why does it have so many views? Well, a lot of times it's because they ask some of the local citizenry what they think about it.
Video taken by a citizen shows officials responding to the scene with a Brinks truck off to the side. The total estimated loss is around $300,000.
I never had that much money unless to add up all the years of money, you know?
Same,
yeah, that's really something. I can't imagine where it all went.
Oh, those two aliens.
So,
fucking Waterhead and the stick.
Look, I think Waterhead makes a good point here. I want to make sure.
Never had that much money unless to add up all the years of money.
I think that every cent she's ever had in her life, there's no way it adds up to $300,000.
Yeah, when a reporter gets on the scene, that's the first thing. Look around for the disabled. And when you find you can have a spokesman from the bank, and you're going to sidestep the person who owns the money or whatever. You're going to go to this person right here.
Yeah, and but at least she got to hang out with mid-90s David Lee Roth here with the short hair. Calverton's has a theory. She plays with her poop. I think she does more than play with it, but yes, that's the first step. Absolutely, Calverton's. We appreciate that. So yeah, that was they caught my attention. I'm going to keep an eye out for more of them. They might become the new twin sisters who speak at the same time. If we can get those two on the show more often, the two that we just saw. There's apparently the kids like street racing, And it doesn't always go well, especially in Chicago. So let's take a look at this.
Video obtained by WGN through a Freedom of Information request shows a scene unfold on March 5th around 1:20 a.m. Stunt drivers start drifting, spinning donuts, then a caravan of cars and spectators join in. At one point, pouring kerosene on the ground, lighting a ring of fire.
Nice.
So I'm going to pause it for a second. This is going to go fine, right? There's nothing that could possibly go wrong here.
Right. You get all these bears out into the street.
Yes. All these bears are out there, and they're standing as close as they can to the cars as they drift. That's apparently a part of the spectacle, is to just stand as close as you can and see how long you can survive. And then there's a ring of fire. I believe Johnny Cash sang about this exact moment that's about to happen.
People often get struck as the vehicle spins, and it happens so fast. They think they could jump out of the way in time. They cannot.
One of those pedestrians hit also had his pants set on fire. Chicago police did.
Well, my mama always said, retards is as retards does. That's what they was doing right there. The guy whose pants caught on fire is that's the real hero of this story, you see.
Yeah, I would just imagine being like, because you see there's a lot of traffic, they're watching it, those ones in the front row, what they're able to see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot going on. Plus the police response. You might even watch somebody get shot.
Oh,
yes.
That's what was missing from this video. No one got shot, unfortunately. All right. Well, look, these are local celebrities. They're celebrities to us, but let's take a look at some real celebrities.
WATV, who are these celebrity news? Who are these celebrity news?
So we haven't had the opportunity to talk about the Rizzler lately, who is the smaller, fatter member of the Costco guys. I'm not actually quite sure. I don't know if he's a sibling, if he's a cousin. He might be part of some big boned brothers program where they, take him in. So something that we didn't get to last month is he threw out the first pitch at a Mets game. So this is a purely visual clip that's going to whet your appetite for the main event.
Okay. There's a little fella.
All right. And he's couldn't be further in front of the mound, and it absolutely bounced it. But unfortunately, the Rizzler is a fairly pure representative of Mets fans. A lot of us, look
just short Italian guy. Yes, some of the world's most disgusting people are Italians.
Have you been talking to Tukey lately? Because yes, he would agree with you. Well, he was actually out here in Hollywood for the premiere of the latest Marvel movie, which is called Thunderbolts. I saw it and enjoyed it, but nobody cared.
Yeah, you did?
I had fun with it.
Yeah,
and the Rizzler shows up dressed like David Harbour's character, the Red Guardian. So let's see what we do. So here he comes in. There's the Rizzler, dressed as the Red Guardian.
Fucking shit. And he's a little boy, right?
He is. He's definitely a little boy. Yeah.
Is he like 8 or just stunted? Is he like Joe C?
No, he's like 8. Yeah. So
okay, all right.
See that he got some images with some photos. I know I said images, which sounded really natural. He got photos with a number of the cast members of this film. And, good for him, because included in the cast of the film is none other than Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, wow.
So he gets a picture with Elaine from Seinfeld. And, he's a New Yorker, so that show's probably on in his house, most of the time. So, good for him. He gets to show up and talk to, a bunch of actors. And then the next day, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is asked about the experience.
Congratulations for meeting the Rizzler last night.
Who knew?
Literally, who knew?
Yeah.
Do you know you've gone kind of like viral for that picture?
I really didn't know that. And no offense to that nice child, but I didn't know who he was. So there you go.
I mean, you guys looked very friendly, so I'm sure he'll be completely fine.
Yeah, he was pretty cute because he showed me his moves. Because he's dressed like Red Guardian, so I said, "Show me your Red Guardian moves," not knowing that he was the Rizzler.
Allegedly
the Rizzler. Right.
Big night for the both of you.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so
chick interviewing her.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's acting like it's beneath her to talk about the fucking Rizzler.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You're an entertainment reporter. Oh, the one pun. This is why we put up the poor chat, because it is indeed a cake-a-wish. Leave that up there because he did get to have a little bit more of a sincere interaction with the actor Lewis Pullman, who plays a character named Bob in the film. So he is well-versed in the ways of the Rizzler. So he's excited to walk over to him.
I thought you were the Rizzler.
Yeah. He's like, I thought you were the Rizzler.
I'm the Rizzler. I was going to call you the Red Rizzler.
He takes off his mask.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah,
I can't believe
it's
it's the Rizzler. And this actor, Lewis Pullman, is like doing the moves with him. And I don't know. I mean, look, he's the least famous person in the movie. So, you feel like he shouldn't humor the Rizzler as much as he is?
Well, Lion says Lion of the Cub says he's dying of type 2 diabetes. When you're that age, just learning about yourself, you should be able to find your dick. He can't because he's morbidly obese. Parents should be arrested for child abuse, frankly, and you spelled it wrong. It's DYING.
Yeah, but he corrects himself, so yes. At least we get that. Well, there was a lot of fun at the media day covering the release of this film, The Thunderbolts. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but there was an outlet from the UK that was interviewing Florence Pugh and Lewis Pullman. This is a British interviewer. And because Florence Pugh is British, I guess the interviewer assumed that they're best friends so they can play this really stupid game. Easy, the only reason I've pulled this is because I want to see how long it is before you absolutely hate this conversation.
British accent there, which I want to get into that quickly because Bob, your character,
is not British.
It's not British. No, but wait for it, guys. Wait for the link. Wait for the link. I got this, guys. Don't worry. Florence is British. Don't know if you knew that. There is a phrase in the UK called Bob's your uncle.
Yes.
Did Florence teach you that during filming? If not Florence, what were you doing?
No, I was clearly up. That's what I was clearly doing.
No.
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
Yeah.
And what do you think that means?
Bob's, it means, and there it is, and that's that.
And why do you think it's Fanny's your aunt?
Because butts. No, does that have anything? But Fanny is not your butt. What is Fanny?
Fanny is your vagina.
Fanny is your front bum.
It's okay.
So how are you enjoying
what's going on here? I'm very lost. I'm just confused.
You ever hear the phrase "Bob's your uncle"?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, they got like 2 full minutes out of it.
What is it? What the fuck is going on? What is Bob? Have you heard of this before?
Yeah. So Bob's your uncle means like, oh, okay, and so it is, and that is that. So that's all right.
So if someone said easy, you're a queer, I'd go, Bob's your uncle.
And also, Bob, why don't you give me a reach around since you're down there? Come on, Bob. Somebody who did make friends with Florence Pugh was this other interviewer. Had a gift for her.
I know you're a bit of a foodie, and I've heard you like cheese.
What have you got for me?
This is my favourite cheese in the world, girl.
Oh, babe.
It's so
good.
Handing her cheese.
Mature cheddar.
3-year-old Cornish cheddar vintage. Oh.
Number 7 on the scale.
We're going to have to open it, I reckon.
Oh, we're getting into it.
I know.
So she opens it up.
That's what would be.
I'm just going to bite the cheese.
Do it.
That's what we're going to do.
So my thinking is, a stranger hands you a food item and you're any degree of a celebrity, maybe don't. But I also, Chad's missing upper lip does have a great point. He would eat cheese out of her asshole. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't. But this is the really catty part of this show because Easy and I are nothing if not a couple of old hens criticizing the way people look. This is a picture of Florence Pugh from the London premiere. And I would just say the next time somebody hands you cheese, just say thank you.
Yeah.
don't eat it. That's
she's got that a mid-rib muffin chub there.
Yeah. So, it's wear the superhero costume for a reason. Just stay in.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
Florence.
Come on now.
Yeah. And I'm glad to know that Chad's missing upper lip would definitely Florence her pew. Yeah, I feel good about that. I really do. We have one more celebrity news story. Our buddy Jay Leno, who last time we saw him on this show, he had just fallen down a hill, I think.
Right. We had said that people were trying to kill him on this show.
Yeah. He's still alive. And talking about, well, look, this could be somebody. I know that there's a bit of a conspiracy theory crowd out there in our audience. They might have a thought for somebody who'd want to kill him for this anecdote.
I mean, come on, the Tonight Show, he was president.
Okay, so he's talking about how President Obama
The next time
was a guest when he was a senator on the Tonight Show, and he had his phone number.
been on a late night show. So then, having the same idiot friends I've had since 8th grade, let's call them up. I go, no, we're not going to call them. No, you don't have it. No, I do have it. No. I said, it's noontime. It's 3 o'clock. All right, I'll call them. Right, I hear, Brock here. Mr. President, yeah. Jay Leno. What can I do for you, Jay? I'm here with some friends of mine. Lose this number, Jay. Click.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jay Leno should know better. You don't just call the president in the middle of the afternoon. By the way, if he had done that to Trump, he would have been like, put me on speaker. Who are your friends? Right. What are their names? What are they,
He would have put him in charge of something. Yeah. He would have made him do whatever.
Yeah, so I enjoy that though. That is kind of lose this number, Jay. I do like that answer, but at the same time, it obviously, and Clinton would be like, "Are any of your friends girls?" Because look, there could be more to it.
I want to live in a world where I thought Barack was like likable. Why would you do that? I mean, say what you will about Leno, but I don't know. Maybe this actually has made people like Barack Obama more because he told Jay Leno that.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not like Craig Ferguson called the president. This was Jay Leno. This is like the gold standard for talk show hosts at the moment in time. That is a fairly political story, and that does bring us over to. Politics. And keeping it in the family, we're about to learn that it is really hard to be part of the first family.
People don't know. I mean, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat. You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the first lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel.
Oh.
So yeah, if you're the first lady or the first children, the taxpayers don't pay for you to fly around the world.
She's starting to look more like a member of the Kenyan track team every day.
I think she's a very handsome woman. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there, Easy, but
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to sort of, put a toe in the water before we dove into some Trump clips. And thank you, Hamilton Berger. I will not have you speak ill of Craig Ferguson. I like Craig Ferguson, but he never had the name recognition.
No, and he would agree with that.
And I would say, he probably did a better show than Jay Leno. Okay. What do you think about that? If you must know, as our buddy, the Opster, would say. I want to warm us up with some of the Donald Trump that we know and we love. There's things about him that we like. So here he is on Air Force One. The problem with these clips is a lot of times it's the sound of the plane flying, but you'll get the gist. He gets asked a question, but before he answers, he wants to know something.
Who are you with? That's right. Well, you people treat us so badly.
So the reporter says they're from the Wall Street Journal, and he says, you people treat us so badly. There's more.
Wall Street Journal has truly gone to hell. Go ahead. Rotten newspaper. You hear me? What I said? It's a rotten newspaper.
That's my favorite part of the clip is, did you hear me? I said you're a rotten newspaper. And good for the reporter. He's like, yeah, I heard. Yeah. And so he tries to ask a question. It doesn't matter what he's saying. You can't hear it.
I wouldn't tell the Wall Street Journal because it'd be wasting my time. There are talks, but I don't want to talk to the Wall Street Journal. But look, Wall Street Journal is China-oriented, and they're really bad for this country.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that guy made, and a lot of times when Trump does this, I get the impression that he's looking to see how they'll handle it.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, that's your first test. If you can respond in a way, and you don't know what the favorable way is, but if you somehow manage to make him go, right, he handled my best punch and wasn't phased. Maybe next time I'll answer his question.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe he'll remember that guy. So I do love that, and that far left wing rag, the Wall Street Journal. Obviously, he's not going to like it. Perhaps there might be people on the Wall Street Journal staff that understand how tariffs are terrible for the economy, but no. But we're still hanging with fun Trump for a moment here. Okay. So this came up last week, and we have to run with the story a little bit.
As Pope? I'd like to be Pope. That would be my number one choice.
So he says that he'd like to be Pope.
Right.
That would be his number one choice.
Yes.
And
he did great as a Pope. My God.
He did post this on Truth Social and the official White House account on an app people actually have, X, which we used to know as Twitter. They did indeed repost it. So,
I think one of the interesting things about him is that's fun for him. And to see who actually gets pissed off. There are people who got super pissed about this. And it's like, come on, how many more times is he going to have to do shit like this that he's just doing for entertainment purposes only, for everybody to fucking relax and just shrug because it's no big deal?
Well, the press doesn't want to relax. And apparently the reporter does reference at one point that I guess Cardinal Dolan was upset by this. One of the Cardinals. But, this is right before the real life conclave is about to start. But let's see what Trump thinks about the question.
Happy about the image of you looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it.
Yeah, so the Catholics loved it. It's the fake news media that had a problem. By the way, this is unrelated to what this is. That's Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, next to him, and the mayor of Washington, D.C. And you see that look on her face? Mm-hmm. She has that look on her face for like 90 minutes, however long she's standing there.
She doesn't want to be there.
She does not want to be there. I guess they're going to do the NFL draft on the National Mall in Washington in 2 years. And all I can say about that is I hope it snows. I hope it's a fucking hurricane. What a dumb idea. Don't have it on the mall in Washington. Have it inside like a civilized person would. But anyway, Trump goes on.
I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about it. I just saw it last evening.
By the way, this was like 4 days earlier. He always says he just saw something because he's like, I don't really have an opinion on it. What were you going to say?
Let me tell you something. AI is turning out to be a fantastic scapegoat. Oh, my God. You know how many times I have said shitty things and people say, what the fuck? And I went, yeah, AI, dude. Haven't you heard of that? You can say that for anything.
Yeah,
anything.
Like, episodes like 25 through 70 of this show, it was all AI.
Yeah.
We're not responsible for
AI.
anything. Yeah.
And then because they don't even know where to begin to try to explain what the fuck is going on. You're like, that's your problem. It's all AI. Fucking robots did it. Fuck you.
Right, exactly. So he still doesn't believe this is a big story.
Actually, my wife thought it was cute. She said, isn't that nice?
My question about
Actually, I would not be able to be married, though. That would be a lot. I'd have to the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on
getting married, are they? Not that we know of. No.
Change it.
No, I think it's the fake news media that they're fakers.
My question, though, sir, was about.
Well, the fact that Roger Goodell has to stand there and just laugh at this is great because he's a prick.
That chick.
So,
oh boy,
she's like, I cannot believe I'm here, and she's like, I'm standing as far away as I can, but not out of the frame.
She looks more uncomfortable than the servants in Django Unchained. God damn it, I fucked that up.
Well, you know what? That was AI. Let's have real Eric Zane try to make that joke and not just AI Eric Zane.
Fucking bullshit. Unbelievable.
Fucking thing sucks.
Idiot.
Look, President Trump is able to have fun. And, I think you can make the case that he's systematically destroying our economy, but I wouldn't say that. No, people are saying that. But he doesn't want to destroy our entire economy all at once. He wants to do it piece by piece. Because have you heard about the tax on movies that
if the movie is made out of the country, it's getting
which, by the way, the movie tax was John Voight's idea. So all of us are Angelina Jolie in this. We're like, oh, could you please stop talking to us? He's like, yeah, why don't you do that? I don't want to break down. I hate to paint myself as a Hollywood insider. I'm no Rizzler. But the majority of our money comes from other countries seeing our movies. So if we're going to say like, oh, well, we're going to, charge twice as much for your movies, then nobody's going to want to see our movies. And they like our shitty movies over there. Like China loves like whatever the worst movie is you've seen, they probably love it in China.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten so much mileage out of what's going on in the first 100 days. This has been the best presidency ever. Makes me so happy seeing all this shit.
Well, remember what we said many times last year. It's going to be great for this show.
Yes, and I love it. Even my governor in Michigan, who spent years hating him, she now loves him.
Yeah.
He came to Michigan and she hugged him and everybody went, "Oh my God."
Yeah, didn't a bunch of people try to kidnap her at one point?
Yes, all these hillbillies here, they wanted to murder her. Now she's sucking his dick.
Well, that just means that Stormy Daniels doesn't tell the truth. If it's probably huge. It's probably the biggest. We probably wouldn't be able to believe it. One of the things that I've noticed about President Trump, 8 years ago, he did a much better job surrounding himself with people who, I don't know, at least kind of know what they're doing. Here is from earlier today, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is having to answer questions from a representative I've never heard of called Mark Pocan. And I'm sure if he's in the administration, he's got tight answers buttoned down for a really simple question.
Tariffs, Mr. Secretary?
Well, first of all, his mic's not on. Now it is.
No. Answer the questions I asked, please. I only have 5 minutes. Who pays tariffs?
Sorry? Well,
who pays tariffs?
Sorry,
Mr. Secretary, please.
Excuse me.
The question is very simply, who pays tariffs, Mr. Chairman? I'd like him to answer that question.
Well,
he wants to answer other questions.
Well, Congressman, if the exporters, they dislike tariffs so much, why wouldn't they? If I think what you're trying to get me to say.
Did you remember the question? I'm not sure you did. Who pays tariffs?
It's a very complicated question.
Reclaiming my time. People pay tariffs, right? Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time. You clearly aren't going to answer it. I'm not going to waste my time having you go,
So this guy with his reclaiming my time, that's annoying. But his, I know I'm not going to waste my time with you going,
Yeah, that's the high point moment. This guy on the phone behind him, he's typing, "Bald fuck is losing his mind." That's what he's typing right now.
I would say that Secretary Bessent knows exactly what the answer is, but he also, he's got a pretty cushy job, and he's like, well, I better not say. I'm going to stay away from it. But I did like I don't. Bob Kelly is in Congress. If only I hadn't literally just taken that clip down, but that's all right. You put Chad's missing upper lip.
Yeah, he said that. That was a good crack. Bobby Kelly is in Congress.
Yeah.
Khan says reclaiming his hair didn't work either. By the way, have you noticed that all these great cracks, which I'll give you all credit for, don't have dollars attached to them? Assholes.
Yeah. Listen, guys, as KB says, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And right now, you guys aren't making sense.
Yeah, you bunch of cheap fucking F rhymes with baggots. Leave some fucking money in there.
So, yeah, I mean, we could really use a Brinks truck with at least one bag of money just falling into our lap.
Bastard motherfuckers, come on!
Well, this is the problem. You know, we're gonna have to good cop, bad cop these two because this audience because we put up too many free chats.
Yeah,
because the poor chat is really funny, and that's the problem. The poor chat is funnier on our show than on maybe any of the other shows. Some people.
All the other shows suck. Stupid audience members who don't crack jokes.
Is that how it goes? Well, this is the time. Look, I try not to say it every week, but you've driven me to it, everybody. You know what would be fun? You guys like to have fun. So what if we have 123 people watching right now? What if everybody it'd be so funny if everybody just gave us $5 right now. Everybody watch. Just go ahead and super chat. You do gifted memberships. That's fine. But you know, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rants, anything you want to do, go ahead and please go ahead and put those in there. And we will welcome your super chats. Okay. $5.01 here. Start being funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, Lion and Cub. It's pretty. Oh, Cece, since you asked so nicely. Yeah, that's true. You did ask really nice.
Yeah, but you owe us $3, asshole. Dig deep.
Oh, so wait, we only want $5 and up. Super
you can't give $2. What kind of dick gives $2?
Well, we appreciate. I appreciate CC. You know, look, EZ has a problem with you.
Yeah, thanks, but you'd get more thanks if you followed the instructions.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck.
So, I tried to skirt this story last week. I mentioned it in passing. But boy, it really has blown up around this photo that I'm showing. And I will explain it to our audience, our audio audience. So I don't give a shit about this story about this guy, Kilmar Abrigo Garcia. You hear he like beat his wife, stuff like that. Okay, allegedly. All right. So here's a picture of his fist, and he's got some tattoos on there. And there's a very clear, I don't know what that is, not Times New Roman, but that's an Arial New. I think I know that font. Somebody just go ahead and try to explain that these tattoos on his fingers, that they mean MS-13. Easy, I don't know how much you know about gang tattoos. They're usually not subtle. If you're in a gang and you're getting ink, you're very proud of being in that gang.
Right.
You love being in that gang. It's the greatest gang. Some will say MS-13 is really the best. So this photo, shockingly, factors into well, I'm not going to lie, a really long, rambling conversation with ABC's Terry Moran. But I couldn't believe what I heard in the middle of it. So we'll get into this a little bit. And I know this is going to be everybody's favorite segment. Yeah. So
Trump believes that the MS-13 on there is real.
Yes, and anybody in the chat that wants to tell me otherwise, you have to put a dollar amount in it, or I won't read it.
Right. So because
there's no way there's no way he understands that those letters aren't on his hand.
It's supposed to be M is the marijuana is the M, the smile is the S. The cross is the one. I guess.
That looks like a T. If it was MS T3.
Right.
So if he had tats for Mystery Science Theater 3000, that would absolutely make sense. I would buy that.
Right.
But so that's a 1. And then for some reason, the skull is a 3.
Right.
And
yeah, I don't understand why the skull would be the 3. Maybe the 2 eye holes and the nose hole. I have no idea.
Terry Moran's trying to be very respectful to
Right.
the office of the presidency, but Trump won't let it go.
Very nice.
Oh, no, you're not being very nice. I heard it. I picked you because I've never heard of you.
Yeah, he's being nicer than you understand. He's like, let's not dwell on this. I'm sure he has a limited time. Trump only gives more time when he talks to the Paul brothers or Theo Vaughn. It's when he's talking to the fake news media, it's like, yeah, you get 20 minutes or whatever it is. He's like, I don't want to spend that much time on this, but it's Photoshop. And yeah, he's like, I don't even know who you are. I'm going to guess he's probably answered a question from him before, but you know what? Maybe he doesn't. All right. But he still can't let go of these.
He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry.
Oh.
Do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
Please, yes.
And you think it was Photoshop?
Yes. Look at the picture.
I don't. Yeah.
That's not even Photoshop.
That's
in like the Notes app. You just
it's
added
like talking to my dad who has dementia. It's the worst. It's so hard. It's hard to actually get the point across because he believes that actually it says.
Is it fake news?
Or
is I said it earlier in the show. My mama says retards is as retards does. Is Trump retarded?
No,
I never thought that until right now.
I
But
think this is another example of if he can convince you. I guess the term is gaslighting.
Yeah.
He's making you think you're crazy.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what it is. Well, all right. So that is semi embarrassing, but don't worry. Somebody who knows about gangs is Greg Gutfeld. So he tries to explain this.
Give me your thoughts. Well, let's simplify it. The letters and the numbers are labels that translate the symbols on his knuckles. The reporter tried to say that the labels were the tattoo.
No. The president.
No,
said,
Gutfeld. How the fuck did you get that wrong?
Well, he's in the bag for somebody. I don't want to say who, but he might be carrying water for someone. No. He's like, well, it's Photoshop. So he's not saying that that's the tattoo. It's what Trump's saying.
An intentional deception to make you think he's a gang member. No, we know he's a gang member. Those numbers above aren't even the same typeface. Let me put it this way. Can you put us back in?
He tries to do like a whole demonstration here. It's not. So anyway, my whole point is there's not a definitive answer. And look, if I was doing the 5, there's a very unflattering picture of Greg Gutfeld. I'm going to leave it up for a while. If I was hosting the 5, I would have gotten because they film in New York, so I would have gotten an NYPD, anti-gang task force, and be like, hey, what do these mean? And if the first guy I asked said it doesn't mean that, I would keep asking until I got someone who would say it. Just somebody who knows, who didn't used to host Red Eye at 3 a.m. on Fox News Channel. Give me somebody who says, and no. So,
and at the end of the day, though, does anyone even really give a shit whether this guy is in the gang or isn't, or is in the U.S. or is in the prison? No,
I care more that we have a president who thought that this is a real tattoo.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't see any super chats coming in, so I don't care what any of you are saying. And actually, we do have a couple of super chats.
Yeah, we have a couple.
Oh my God!
In a second,
Hulkamania, my man, gifted 5. Who are these podcast memberships? And you know that means you'll get at least 2 bonus episodes every month. Last month, you got 3. The last one, Living in the Past with Stuttering John. Always amazing. I know they've got a Julia Fox one coming up, crossover with Blind Mike this month. It's always worth becoming a member right here. Thank you, Hulkamania, for those. And you get to watch WATP record live Wednesdays and Saturdays, but not this Saturday because it'll be Hackamania. Dwyer Christian with 1, 2, 3.
And then he says this, lick my balls.
Well, he said it for free. He gave us money. No, he gave us money, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is a good one. This is Fader Dragon with $10. American dollar straight from God's bounty to your bank account after Google, Carl, Uncle Sam, and your wives take their cuts.
Okay.
I wish that wasn't so true, Fader Dragon.
Yep.
Yeah. My wife takes a lot more than Carl does, by the way. I just want to go on the record. And then Hamilton Burger, fake news pretending like cartel kids can spell. There's something to be said for that.
Look at this.
Yeah, I know. Chad's missing upper lip. No. Take that off the screen. He didn't super chat it. No, fuck you, Chad's missing upper lip. I love you, but I'll read that.
Fuck you.
You put 99 cents on it. I'll read it.
Fuck you, asshole.
Look, do you know how bad this has gotten? This topic, the fact that I have to cover it. Oh, I do love King Caprese talking about Tommy the Alien. He's clearly a Tommy T fan. Those tattoos are MSCS. Yes, Tommy T from MSCS Media from the great Cardiff Electric game To Catch an Alien, which unfortunately we haven't been able to play in a long time because I think Tommy's kind of disappeared. In any case, I should really let this go, but it's gotten to the point where this topic has driven me to the point. We've done, what is this, episode 91? We've done almost 2 years of this show. I have to play a clip from John Oliver now. Do you think I want to do that? I don't ever want to get to the point where I have to play John Oliver, the show for lazy people who don't follow politics, but they figure they watch for a half an hour every week, and I run into them at some fucking dinner party or Little League game, and they know everything about politics because they watch John Oliver. Well, first of all, he's a Mets fan. Second of all, son of a bitch is actually right.
Respect too, Terry, but maybe don't move on from that.
Yeah. He was so quick to move on from the president.
Oh, he's beating up Terry Moran. Okay.
He's beating up Terry Moran. I just think it's very funny.
Well, what's fantastic about it is that, like, this guy here, it's not a Photoshop. If Trump says it enough, dipshits like this fuckstain will believe that.
Look, let me put this in terms that the Dabbleverse will understand. Stuttering John knew for a fact that Carl posted an MP3 of his book for free on his Patreon because he saw the Photoshops. That's exactly what John said. So yes, we've seen the Photoshops. Anyway, I don't need to ever spend time on a soapbox on this show. And Chad's missing upper lip. I still care about you. If thinking that Trump is a dummy who thinks that that's a real tattoo makes me a lib cuck, then I'll take it. But,
well, Chad loves me more than he loves you now. I'm the favorite on this show. He hated me because I don't know what I did. Well, I mouthed off about Trump at one point.
Well, it's all part of the long game. I just wanted him to love you more.
Yeah,
than
he does love me more, and I'm happy about that. You're the problem now.
I'm definitely the problem, and I definitely don't want to talk about politics anymore today. I'm sure everybody. I can't wait to clip that segment out and post it on Reddit. Everybody's going to love it and tell me how smart I am. I could do that all day, but we do need to take a breath. So let's cleanse ourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka and enjoy sports.
Who are these sports? You know what I'm saying? Who are these sports? Let's see who's playing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what's society.
We try not to just show sports highlights on this show. Every once in a while, there's something that's pretty amazing that happens that you're not at all invested in, but you see it and you go like, wow, this is really incredible. Fortunately, there's a broadcasting angle to this clip. This is the Canadian broadcasters on Sportsnet, fully aware of what was happening in Game 7 between the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets, as St. Louis is about to close out the series and advance on to playing the Dallas Stars. 10 seconds remaining here.
10 seconds to go. The Jets with an opportunity. Ehlers misfires, passes across the shot. They score! Can you believe it? My goodness!
I'm going to let them freak out some more for our audio audience. There is 1.6 seconds left in this game, and the Jets have just tied it up.
1.6 seconds left. Cole Perfetti has done it again. We are tied in games.
Yes.
So
great.
They go on to win in double overtime, and I'm not going to lie, I was let down that that call wasn't as fun as that one. But that clip is amazing, and I loved that. And no, I was not following that series intently. Easy. I don't know if you have a dog at the St. Louis Blues, Winnipeg Jets.
No. I just love the reaction. The Jets fans have they've had nothing to cheer about ever.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
No one who roots for a team called Jets ever has anything to root for.
I mean, that the fact that they had a team, they lost a team, now they got a team, now they're good. That's incredible. I love that.
That's a lot of fun. Every week on this show, I point out that every mic is a hot mic. And sometimes they're the mics that you don't even realize are being used. Like the crowd mic at a MAC tournament. I believe this is a lacrosse game. Sacred Heart University in Connecticut is playing, and this was actually on ESPN Plus. And so there is a microphone that this is the MAC championship. It's the lacrosse championship, which I'm probably more invested in than the Winnipeg Jets. But in any case, there's a crowd mic to capture some ambient noise. And I guess when it's at a stadium like this, an outdoor field like this, Eric, it's not that hard to find.
Back home, a lot of people saying this doesn't go anywhere. For those lucky enough to listen, let's go Saints.
So that voice that you're hearing is a person who has found the crowd mic.
Okay, and it might, if you picture the broadcast booth, the crowd mic could be quite a ways away.
Yes, definitely. So, and they're playing Iona. I knew that they were two safety schools that unfortunately a lot of people I went to high school with ended up having to go to because they couldn't afford to go to real colleges. Like me, who went to Marist College in Poughkeepsie. You can't all be me, all right? You can't all go to Harvard on the Hudson like I did.
Right.
Back home, a lot of people saying this doesn't go anywhere. For those lucky enough to listen, let's go Saints. Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
And now we'll
So that's the first time we hear the phrase Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
get our penalty. So Sacred Heart to the man up, trailing by 2 at the beginning of this fourth quarter.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
Okay, we apologize for our crowd mic.
It's like he's like, I got away with saying it once. So you know what I have to do is I have to say it again.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
Okay, we apologize for our crowd mic.
Please don't apologize. That's one of my favorite clips of the week. Thanks to Easy for sending me that.
I'm impressed because they were doing a lot of talking without interruption from the main guy.
Yeah.
And what? Why was he letting it go? Why? I don't understand. Or maybe he didn't have access.
I think he didn't understand what he was hearing. Maybe maybe it wasn't keyed in on their headphones. I don't know. I don't know how technology works. I just know what gang tattoos look like.
Yeah.
So sticking. This is another one you sent me. Major League umpire Bill Miller has actually become kind of a beloved figure after this goof. This is a hot mic goof, but. So he, after a review, he's making an announcement.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Minnesota retains.
Okay, that seems fairly cut and dried. That goes against the home team, the Red Sox, and that favors the Minnesota Twins. So they're not happy, and he goes about his business.
So it is 6-1 as the call is overturned at the end of 8. Red Sox ahead 6-1.
Fucking saw that too. God damn it.
Even if he had just said fuck the first time, it's still a great clip.
Right.
But he's like, fuck, God damn it, I saw that.
Normally he's that pissed off when he sees his blood work each year at the doc's office, but my God, he was definitely pissed there.
Yeah, no, his blood work actually looks like a vial of cheese curds when it comes in. Keeping it on the Red Sox for a moment, pitcher Garrett Crochet shows off. Although he has a name like Crochet, he's a lot tougher than me and EZ, and we'll see that in a second.
Up the middle.
Because
backhanded play.
Okay. Let's see the replay here.
Okay. Oh, he's lucky.
Literally shakes his nose. The ball goes right by his face.
It gently rubbed his nose. Another inch, and it would have been an obliterated face.
But you see his nose like quivers.
Yeah, it wiggled.
Yeah,
it was like Dank DeMoss's legs with every step.
I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I tried to look at it, try to get more context, and it's like, no. And he goes back to pitching. So you know what? Every once in a while, there's a real man out there, not like me and EZ. If that ball hit my face, I would treat it like Matt Mervis from the Florida Marlins. The Miami Marlins. I forget that they changed their name like 15 years ago. Matt Mervis from the Miami Marlins, unfortunately, there's an errant throw that comes into first base.
Well, Louis, grounder to short, and you can see it. Oh my. Yeah.
So
avert your eyes.
This is a game against the Athletics. So it's the one booth that has a woman in here. So there's only one guy who's commenting on this, who realizes we're going to see it again from that angle.
Yeah, because I'm going to go ahead and guess that Old Mervis has failed the cup check here.
Oh! No, I guess he's not.
Would suggest
There's no
that.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Just smashed him.
That's tougher to watch than the chat commenting directly at me during that Terry Moran interview. I think that Carl and Blind Mike brought up this guy on WATS last week. This guy does again prove something we say a lot on this show, that not all heroes wear capes. And even though this is a Yankee fan, this is a really impressive thing. And I think Michael Kay will do a good job describing this for our audio audience.
What? After the catch the ball, she covers his eyes.
How about that?
And he still caught it.
Oh, that little bitch.
Dad power right there.
That's a
Sorry, what did you say about his
stupid little bitch? What is she doing? She covers his eyes when he's going in for the catch.
Okay, wanted to make sure everybody heard what you called this little girl.
Well, after the catch the ball, she covers his eyes.
How about that?
And he still caught it.
Okay,
it's dad power right there.
That's a
can we talk about mom for a minute?
Yeah.
There, screen right.
She's very curvy.
Yeah.
Some serious jugs there.
How about
the word jugs doesn't get used nearly.
Sweet
often.
cans.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, not everything that happens at the old ball yard is elegant and spectacular to watch, as recently found out by a member of the Washington Nationals grounds crew.
22. The Mariners are playing the Rangers.
Oh!
Jesse Winker at the Thomas Seattle Mariners
what a
hits
dick.
a line drive to Nathaniel Lowe.
How did he do that? He fell over as they were unrolling the fucking thing.
Yeah. So it's going to be a rain delay. So they're moving out the tarp. And this is, they roll out the tarp every 6 or 7 years here in LA. So I would expect that to happen here, but it rains a lot in Washington, D.C. And they're all just leave them behind.
Yeah.
If you're on the grounds crew, no man left behind is not something that you follow. You're just this fucking dummy.
Right.
So
Leave them behind. That's what we should do with the military.
Jesus Christ. I definitely set myself up for that. That's on me. Those are the opinions of Eric Zane at the Eric Zane Show. You can call in over there, or you go to whoarethese.com. Look for
Not
the
our
voicemail.
fault you got caught.
I like people who don't get caught. So this is a bit of a long clip. It's going to be our last one of the day. We saw a quick snippet of it in the pre-show during the countdown. We last week showed Bill Belichick and his young 24-year-old girlfriend, and a broadcasting legend, Christopher Mad Dog Russo, really paints a picture here and how he would feel about this if his daughter, who is of similar age, were to be dating somebody who's 75 or whatever Belichick is.
Book. I mean, he's just not going on here to talk about this girlfriend of his, and that's number two. And listen, I'll be careful here because I don't want to come across, but I've said this 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. If Kira Russo came, and she's the same age.
His daughter.
If she came home, Dad, can we go out to dinner with my new boyfriend? Yeah, all right, Kira, where do you want to go? Well, we got to have the early bird special. Well, what do you got to watch? The early bird special. No, we got to have the early bird. We got to go out to dinner at 5 o'clock. Really? If it means that much to you, Kira, we'll go out to dinner, we'll have a Manhattan, and we'll go out to dinner at 5 o'clock if it means that much to you. And then she comes home, she gets out of the door, and the boyfriend is 10 years older than me. I'd say, honey, what are you doing here? And here's another thing. Do you think there is any shape, way, or form that Bill would allow a coach or a player or his mentor Parcells, a coach or a player, to wear high heels running to a football practice? Can you see Bill Parcells allowing an assistant coach or a player to go to the conclusion of a practice at MetLife with his young girlfriend who's wearing heels? Are you kidding me? Bill would go crazy. Hey, this is a football working. Let's go. I mean, my goodness gracious. And her scenario there last week with, we're not going there. And the idea, I guess she kept CBS waiting for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was something I don't think that we knew at the time. And we're now getting the news from Mad Dog Russo,
right,
who, hey, if you want to go for the early bird special, I guess it's all right. It's 10 years older than me. So,
all he has to do is elevate his volume and he gets people to pay attention to him for something that's really not that well done.
No,
he
it's
talks
not.
so fucked up. This guy, it's not like this is like an interesting hot take. It's just because he's screaming and yelling. Oh my God.
Well, let's see if he ends strong, Eric.
That was a complete disaster. I mean, this girlfriend of his, I'm sorry. She's a young kid. She's 24 years of age. She knows nothing about the media spotlight, especially the sports media spotlight. And it looks like she's got Bill twirled around his finger.
Okay, no, he didn't.
Her finger, asshole. Not his finger. She doesn't twirl him around his finger, you fuck nut.
Look, he can do what he wants with his fingers. All right, I think that's what it is.
God, she's coming out the door. What?
All right, I don't want to end on that clip.
No,
I've got one last one. Oh, I love Chris Russo. So the last week the Chicago Cubs, our buddy Carl's team, the Chicago Cubs, were teeing off on the Milwaukee Brewers, and there was a fan that had enough.
Fly ball to right, hit pretty well. Pete Armstrong has another. It's his second tonight, and the Cubs are up 10-0.
Oh,
fan disgusted.
Midwest beef. You see that guy? That's a blue collar guy. He worked fucking for a month to get money for that goddamn ticket.
He's got to work for another few weeks if he wants to get sleeves. The key here is just to read his mouth, where he very clearly just goes, "Fuck," and then they cut away there. I love that. Well, look, that is our show, and we have no voicemails this week. Believe it or not, Easy, we don't have any voicemails, but you can go to whoarethese.com. We did come up on super chats on WATS on the most recent episode this past Thursday. We were chatted about by a name recognizable to Howard Stern listeners.
Oh, Gonzo Shitcock, $5 says, just want to say WATB sucks and sucks hard. Okay. No one asked for those bozos. I speak for all WATP fans. Still love you, Lady K. Well, Gonzo, I appreciate the feedback. We accept all and any criticism and feedback here on the Who Are These Podcasts network. But believe it or not, people are digging what they're doing over there, Christian and EZ.
Damn right.
Yeah, they're building a little following over there.
Yeah. Well, I might sound shocked.
Broadcasters, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern.
So
thank you, Carl. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, that was really nice of Carl to stand up for us against Gonzo Shitcock. A guy with,
I don't know the name. Why does that ring a bell?
Let me explain Gonzo Shitcock. He's a guy with half the talent of High Pitch Eric, None of the charm, but a few more chromosomes. He's a definite like hanger on that show, but he was a hanger on for High Pitch Eric.
Was he a whack packer?
He wishes. He wishes he was a whack packer. No, he was a whack pack adjacent. So that was really nice of Carl to defend us. He flew in the face of a $5 super chat. But if you come back with $2 more, he doesn't give a shit about us.
Yes.
Gonzo says, no, they're not. All right. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. There are people who are these broadcasters on this channel and tune into Christian and Eric Zane.
No, you're supposed to say, yes, they are. And then in 15 minutes, he super chats. No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
See, Mike understands how super chats work because he gets
Mike's smart.
Yeah. So he gets $2 more, and Carl's like, no, fuck those guys. So, but we appreciate it. The bosses noticed. We had a decent sized audience today. I only scared off like 20 people, and look, we're just having fun. That is our show. As I said, go to whoarethese.com. You get the voicemail number. Say it's for WATB, and you can also never forget that you can email me your voicemails. Just send them directly to me at Blackcast, BLADTCAST @gmail.com. Eric Zane, where can you be found?
First of all, you can email me too, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. I had a sweet bit of dialogue this past week with a very kind audience member, and the guy's wife too. Him and his wife are fans of the show, so
Look
that
at
was cool.
I just typed that seconds ago.
That was fantastic. Eric@ericzaneshow.com, if that's your thing. I'm on every day, Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Friday Eastern on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or just at Eric Zane Live when you're on Twitch. And also have a Patreon and audio everywhere.
We got another super chat. This one again from Hamilton Burger. Gonzo shit cock. It's a cock full of shit. WATB. Well, he was trying. I don't think that the super chats would let him say that. So it probably wouldn't let him write out Gonzo shit cock is a cock full of shit. WATB.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gonzo shit caulk.
Gonzo shit caulk.
I like him, and he is. I'm happy that he's paying money. So.
Yes. No, we appreciate that. Obviously, you heard me mention it many times. My personal podcast is the Blackcast, BLADTCAST. Please subscribe, though, to 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal wherever you find podcasts. As I always point out, I'm almost never on it, so you know it's a good show. It's hosted by Metal Blade Records CEO Brian Slagle. We've had some great guests throughout the worlds of hard rock and heavy metal. Tomorrow, we're recording an interview with Chris Jericho, so that'll be very exciting. So make sure you subscribe.
What is the last song that you had on there?
It was a band called King's X, a song called Dogman, and that had the guest interest to the Dabbleverse.
It's funny, I have a friend who plays with Doug Pennick
from King's X. Oh my gosh, that's great.
He's in a band called Grinder Blues, and Doug and Jabo Billman play together in that band.
Do you ever go to the shows and stir the chili? Or
no, I haven't done that yet. Doug's like in his early 70s.
Yeah, Doug is not a young man.
Still doing it.
Yeah. King's X is like the critics band, the band's band. This band that's great that everybody loves, but they have never really made it. And
nope.
You know what? It might not happen now. Not this show though. We are getting ready to hit the big time. Eric, why don't you go ahead and put up our highest dollar amount?
Yes. Fader Dragon. Look at you go.
So we appreciate that. And I'll hopefully see as many of you as possible at Hackamania this weekend. I have a bunch of bear videos on my phone. We'll sit in a corner and we'll watch them together. You won't have to pay me anything. Just a couple of Coors Lights. And looking forward to seeing people. But that is our show. As we said, that's all the time for now. As always, this is Christian Blatt reminding you that every mic is a hot mic. But Fatal Dragon with $10, American dollars straight from God's bounty to your bank accounts after Google, Carl, Uncle Sam, and your wives take their cuts.